Crime wave, a hairstyle worn by Canadian criminals in the early 1900s. And here is where that hairstyle was first introduced, behind the stark gray walls of Leavenworth Prison.
Well, Warden, we found another one.
You're kidding.
Take a look out that window.
There in the center of the main yard sat a submarine.
That makes the 4th this month.
You gotta put a stop to it, Warden. You gotta catch the cons or...
Why? Burn it like we did the others.
But although the guards drenched the sub with kerosene, it would not ignite.
Strike a match and see if that'll do it.
This, too, proved futile. And no wonder this particular sub was constructed of asbestos.
They've given up, boss. They're gonna let it sit there.
Good. Now all we have to do is wait for the monsoon season. The yard will fill up with water. We'll climb inside the sub and float out over the wall.
The man who just said that is Snidely Whiplash.
They claim the only man to ever escape this foul edifice broke out in a rash. Well, Whiplash will show them. Quick, Rollo, to the workbench. We must construct a torpedo.
The warden knew that something was up when the submarine did not go away, so he promptly put in a collect call to the nearest mounted police post.
And I'm sure Inspector Fenwick would like to hear all about it. He's taking a bath right now, but you hold on and I'll... Phone call for you, Inspector.
Oh, drat. Just as I was about to sink the Lusitania. Give it to me, Do-Right.
The Mountie who almost electrocuted his commanding officer is our dauntless hero, Dudley Do-Right.
Your bathwater must be tepid, sir. You turned blue for a second.
Do-Right, you're a blithering blatherskite.
Why, Inspector, I'm shocked.
You're shocked? Here, take this phone call and tell me what he wants. I've got a naval engagement on my hands.
It took Dudley 3 hours to get all the information.
A submarine in the prison yard, eh?
Sir, you mentioned that a Mountie acting undercover could get into the prison and expose the whole thing.
Sir?
I know just the man.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes, you have experience behind you, sir. Besides, it's my turn to use the tub.
As usual, Dudley was wrong. It was his horse's turn. So our hero left for Leavenworth, and in less time than it takes to tell, was in conference with the warden.
Well, I must admit, Constable, your plan is brilliant.
Of course it is. I shall pretend I am a criminal and share his cell.
What about your uniform? Won't he suspect?
Suspect what?
You're right. Good hunting, Do-Right.
Oh, I'm not going hunting, Warden. I'm just going into...
Good luck, Do-Right.
Under escort, Dudley went to cell 506 and took his place next to Whiplash and Rollo.
Good afternoon, fellow cons.
Egad, unless my beady eyes have gone back on me, that is a creature named Do-Right. But I must make sure. What did they send you up for, stranger?
Pickpocketing, sir. You might say I'm up for grabs.
That's Do-Right, and we must get rid of him. Hand me the torpedo.
But before Whiplash could strike, the skies blackened and a torrential downpour cascaded into the prison.
It's the monsoon, Chief. We can lay him out of here.
Using Dudley as a battering ram, Whiplash smashed through the wall.
In the immortal words of Frank McHugh, anger's away! You take the torpedo, Rollo, whilst I exterminate Lorna Doone here.
You can't exterminate me, Whiplash, but I have gone stir-crazy.
It was true, most men felt the effects of prison life after years of servitude, but Dudley was not most men.
I am Lorna Doone.
Whiplash, Rollo, the torpedo, and Dudley waded through the knee-deep waters and got aboard the sub.
You in the sub. Come ashore or we'll open fire. They seen us, boss.
Curses, another minute and we'd be over the wall. Lorna.
Yes, Skipper.
Fire a torpedo through the main gate.
Dudley was not himself. Dudley was never himself. Or else he would never have done what he did.
He's putting the torpedo in backweights.
No one's that dumb.
The torpedo was fired into the submarine. That's when the highest-ranking officer in the Canadian Navy stepped into the yard.
It's Admiral Dewey Dare.
What's going on in here?
We've just put down a prison break.
Prison break. This is a submarine base, and you've just destroyed our biggest sub.
I thought this was Leavenworth Prison.
Leavenworth was condemned 30 years ago.
The warden got 20 years for subversive activities. He, Whiplash, Rollo, and Dudley all shared the same cell. But they weren't alone.
What are you doing here, Inspector?
I got 10 years for sinking the Lusitania.
What about my horse?
He's on probation.
Some say great comedy comes from pain. Weeknights on Coffee TV, from triple threat talent, writer, director, and actor Tyler Perry, comes House of Pain. Weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on Coffee TV.